everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a YesStyle favorites. It is currently YesStyle's 14th birthday and they are also doing a giveaway for today's video. Yay! There will be one giveaway winner and the items for the giveaway will be the 14 favorite items I share in today's video. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is follow YesStyle and my Instagram. Also leave a comment in the comments of what your favorite item from today's favorites video is. So yeah, thank you so much to YesStyle for doing this giveaway and hopefully a lot of you guys can enter to win these products. I just wanted to mention there will also be discount codes. There's 2 discount codes you can use. I'll have the discount codes on the screen right now and you will also be able to check it in the description, so you can check that as well. But anyway, now we are going to start the favorites video. If you're curious to what my YesStyle beauty favorites are, then just keep on watching. So one of my most used skincare items are basically face masks. I really like to use face masks and these are the ones that I've been using these days and I really do like them. All 3 of these masks are mostly for moisturizing because I have very dry skin, so whenever I choose a face mask I do kind of try to look for something that is very moisturizing and hydrating on the skin. We'll start with this one first. This is the Dr. Jart Dermask Water Jet Vital Hydra Solution. My most favorite thing about all of these face masks that I'm showing today is that there's a lot of product in the mask. Like I've used some masks that have like very little to like no product, so like the sheet mask itself is very dry, but this one there's a lot of extra leftover like product in the package as well, so I feel like you can like use it on your skin and stuff. I feel like this is something that I use like kind of like on the daily. This one is kind of more like when you want to add that extra moisture on your face and your face is like feeling a little bit dry. This one is kind of like the one that I would use. It's not irritating at all and this one is like one of my favorite ones to use. And then this one is the Ceramidin Facial Barrier Mask. I feel like this mask is really good to use on days where you feel like your skin is feeling extra dry. I do have dry skin normally, but there are days where I feel like just my skin is more dry than it is, and I like to use this one to really just kind of put that extra moisture on my face and rehydrate it. So this one is kind of more like when I need extra care for like my dry skin, and this one is more of like a daily use where it's just for like normal moisturizing. So this one is kind of like an all-in-one effect. It does have like moisturizing effects, it does have like skin tightening effects, and also reduces wrinkles. So all of that kind of is like what this face mask is for. This one too, after I use it, I do see that my skin looks a lot better. It also does look a lot more refreshed. So this one is also kind of more of like a daily face mask that I use. Because I do have very sensitive skin, whenever I choose face masks, I try to be careful with what I use because I don't want my skin to be irritated, because there are face masks that I've used that irritate my skin and it causes like bumps and they're like really red after I take off the face mask. But for these are okay for my sensitive skin and they also work very well to help my skin feel better. So yeah, these are the first 3 items for my favorites. So moving on, we have makeup products. As you guys know, blush is my most favorite part of my makeup routine. We have 4 blushes today that I want to share in today's favorites. Why don't we start with this one because this is the one I'm wearing on my face today. This is the LAKA Just Cheek blush in the shade Auster, and when you open it, it's magnetic like that. And this is the blush shade. I'm not sure if you guys can really see it, but like this really nice pink rosy shade. If you watched my YesStyle lipstick video, I'll have that in the cards if you haven't seen it yet. In the 5th makeup look, I was using this blush and I did like a complete makeup look with it. Currently right now for pink blushes, this one is my favorite one. I feel like when you see it in the pan, it does look like it's like very pink and like a mauve pink, but it's kind of, it gives off like a coralish kind of pink color when you put it on the skin. And also when it comes to blushes, I do like when it applies very smoothly and the product itself is like really good as well. So whenever I put it on with like a brush or anything, it doesn't really get blotchy. This one is also a color that you can blend in with like different colors because I have used this where I like mix it with some other blush colors and that looks good as well. Second blush is the Romand Better Than Cheek in the shade No. 1 Tangerine Chip. Looks like this. This one is kind of like a milky orange blush. It is like a pastel type of blush color. So it looks like there's like a drop of milk in here. It's not like super pigmented or anything, but that's what it looks like. One of my most favorite things about this blush is that it minimizes your pores. I remember when I first used it in one of my makeup looks, I told you guys that like my skin looked like it was almost blurred. So this one is like really interesting because like it does blur out your skin and it makes it look like super smooth. So I thought that was interesting. It minimizes the pores, so that's also pretty cool. I like to use this when I have like a very natural makeup look or like a minimal makeup look going on. I do like to use this one because it's like a very nice subtle orange shade. If you like subtle blush colors and something that's not really too bold, I think this one would be perfect for you. The third blush is the Saem Single Blusher in the OR02 Selfie Orange. If I swatch it, yeah, this one is very pigmented. It's like this type of orange shade. If you've seen my recent favorite summer blush video, you probably have seen this already. This one is like a true summer blush color for me. Whenever I think of like summer, I feel like I think of this color. This has also been in one of my favorites videos from I think like a few years back. If I can find the video, I'll link it also, but this one has been a favorite for a very long time, and whenever summer comes around, I think of this blush. I don't know why, I just kind of like think of, oh my gosh, and when I was talking, something smelled really good. It smells really good as well. This one is very, very pigmented, so you do have to be light-handed because when you do apply this one kind of doesn't apply as smoothly as like the other blushes I've showed. But with this one, a little goes a long way. If you just like blend it in really well, it's a very pretty color. Oh, I got reminded. You know, like Cheetos, whenever you eat the, not the hot Cheetos, but like the regular Cheetos, and like you have it, like the stain on your finger, that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like the Cheetos color. Anyway, really pretty as well. One of my favorites. So the last blush is the 16 brand 16 Cheek Shot in the shade Fig Shot. And I've also shown this one as well in a few of my makeup looks. This one also, if I swatch it and show you, looks like that. This shade is kind of like a reddish pink shade, and this is one of the blushes that I do like to mix in with the LAKA blush because I feel like the LAKA blush is a lot more subtle compared to this one. If I want a little bit more pink or like a little bit more red tones, then I do apply this blush like mixed in with the LAKA blush. So these two are also like good combinations to use as a blush. This one is kind of like that blush that goes with a lot of different eye makeup looks, so it's kind of more versatile and you can use it for a lot of different looks. I did have it in my summer favorites, but I do feel like it's gonna be a really pretty color to use for the fall or like the winter as well, because this is that kind of color that you can use for like any type of season, and it's just a really nice shade. So moving on, we have two eyeshadow products. This is the Roman Better Than Eyes #1 Mango Tulip, and this is the 3CE Triple Shadow in the shade Overstay. This one has 3 different eyeshadow colors, and then this one has 4. I feel like this one is a really easy palette to use like for the daily because it has like a base eyeshadow color, more of like a darker shade, and then this one is for like blending the outer corners or to use like in replace of eyeliner, and then we have a glitter shade as well. So it's kind of like a nice simple palette that you can use for like a simple kind of daily makeup look. And then this one is an all shimmer eyeshadow. I do have this on my eyes today. I personally really like this one because the shades are really pretty. Those are the 3 shades in comparison, like that. This color I used in my inner corners and on the bottom waterline, and then these two I mixed together and used for my top lid. I know this one kind of looks like it's brown in the pan, but when you do swatch it, it's more of like an orange copper shade, and then the rest are like a pink shade. Kind of reminds me of like a highlighter almost because of like how shimmery it is. and there's also like, it kind of glows when I like move it around. So this eyeshadow palette, like it is a really tiny palette, but I feel like the colors that you need are all in there. So this one has been like one of my favorite eyeshadows to use recently. And like I mentioned earlier, this one is kind of like a daily eyeshadow palette. And I also do really like the shades in here. They blend really nice as well. So the glitter, really pigmented. And then this shade too. These colors look exactly like they do in the pan, and yeah. And then also we do have an eyeliner. This is the Mertzi, the first pen eyeliner in the shade P2 Brownie. And you guys have probably seen this eyeliner very, very often because I did use this in a lot of my makeup looks. And I just wanted to bring this one to show as a favorite because this one is something that I do use a lot. It's this kind of like brown color. I only really tend to use like pen eyeliners because I find them the most comfortable and easy to use, and I also feel like they last the longest for me. So this one, it's really easy to draw in. Also, it's like already dry, so it doesn't have like any smudging or anything. And also, if you look, the brush is really thin, so it's really easy to draw in like the wing, and you can be a lot more precise with this one. Lastly, we're going to talk about lip products. These are the 4 favorite lip products I brought today. This one is the LAKA Smooth Matte Lip Tint in the color Chaga. And then this one is the Clio Rouge Heel Velvet in the shade 18 Nutcracker. This one is the Romand Zero Velvet Tint in the shade number 3 Percy Red. And then this one is the Ampoule Juicy Pang Tint in the shade Lychee. Just gonna swatch each one. This is the Nutcracker shade. It's like a beige, nude beige color. The Romand Percy Red shade. Looks like that. It's kind of like a magenta red, and these two together look really nice as well. And then the Chaga color right next to that, this one is more of like a brick red. This one, compared to the Percy Red color, this one is more of like a magenta shade, and then this one is more of like a brick red shade. And I feel like these two shades are like the ones I reach for the most. Whenever I try to go for like a red lipstick look, I feel like it's either this one or that one. So those are the shades in comparison. And then this shade I've also shown in one of my favorites. These are all like lipsticks, but this one is a tint. I don't know if you guys can see, but before when I swatched it and now, like as time goes by, it becomes even more glossier. So this one is like a nude beige, a magenta red, a brick red shade, and then this is more of like a chili red, like a true red color, but lipsticks and then a tint right here. I feel like even if you have really chapped lips, these just glide over that, and they make your lips look really smooth, and they're very easy to apply, not drying at all. They kind of feel like a mousse almost. The colors are really pretty as well, but I feel like the texture is what I like also the most about them. And then also for the Ampoule Juicy Pang Tint, this one has been one of my favorites for a very, very long time. I like how like it makes my lips look because they look very like shiny and glossy. And the color is also very, very pretty because it's like a really nice red tint shade. Alright, so that is it for today's YesStyle favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I will see you guys in my next video.